Alright guys, Ian from SoCal, and we're back with some more 2015 SoCal Championships. Joining me again, 4-time world champ, 1-time USDGC champ, Paul Macbeth. Say what's up, Paul.
How's it going, guys?
There he is. Well, hey Paul.
Yes, sir.
Let's watch some disc golf. Alright guys, we are back out at La Mirada Park in La Mirada, California. Another beautiful day. What was it, like 80 degrees, Paul?
It was definitely up there. I was sweating.
Yeah, it was hot. So we're on round 3, and we're playing the Golden State layout, which combines both courses.
Yeah, it's nice. Eight holes on the front course, 10 holes on the back.
Cool. So we're starting off on hole 1, 550-foot par 4. There is a mando tree and a lake if you shake it too far right. And there is OB left as well.
Yeah, that walking path right there, you got to pass this little gutter. It's reachable if you can hit that small window, but then you're flirting with the mando tree.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like you got a little high.
Yeah, got the tree. Should be pretty easy upshot from there.
Yeah, he might even have a putt. And Bobby tricked me taking this hyzer line. I didn't expect that one.
No, not at all. I think he's just playing it safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw Super take that same line.
But he was really close to that mando, so
yeah, he was.
I don't know how safe that was.
Yeah. Up third, we got Michael Moulton. Young crusher. We got, what, 2 16-year-olds on this card here?
I think Eagle's 17.
Is Eagle 17 now? Okay.
I believe so. And, yeah, Moulton just turned 16, I think, a week or two before this event.
Yeah, you're right. Michael just barely stayed in bounds, but did stay in bounds. And we got Eagle McMahon, who just did an AMA with us. If you haven't checked that one out.
Yeah, I think he threw a PD2 there or something pretty overstable.
Yeah. And there's Michael's mini. Pretty sweet. Should be pretty easy up and down from here.
Yeah, it looks like just a little putter up shot.
Mm-hmm. If you stay in bounds on your drive, you should get a birdie on this hole, really.
Yeah, it should be pretty simple. Just one tree really to navigate around. Bobby went a little long there.
Yeah, he did. A little forehand up. You don't see those too much from Bobby.
No, especially with the putter.
Mm-hmm. Eagle kind of run this one.
Yeah, just a little short, but he did give it a run.
And you definitely run this one?
Yeah, wide open. I had to, and I really thought it was in.
Yeah, it looked like a nice line, just a little high.
Yeah, a little bit right, but yeah, easy birdie.
Mm-hmm. And you made your comebacker along with Bobby, and Michael's going to make this, and Eagle's pretty close as well. Looks like we're starting off with a star frame.
Yeah, good start for all of us.
Mm-hmm. And we go from a pretty long one to a short one. The next one here, hole 2. And it looks like your lead is 5 over Bobby. 6 over Michael. And this one's kind of dangerous with the OB behind the basket. Yeah,
it's pretty tricky. The OB is so close to the basket, and it's a pretty severe drop. If you get to the basket, it's probably only 25 feet to the path, the OB path, and it goes pretty steep downhill. You can see it right there.
Yeah.
So it's really hard off the tee to put it really close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shorty, but you really don't see too many park jobs.
Yeah, 260. Yeah, it probably plays a little bit shorter than that, even with the uphill.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, it's definitely a tough hole to park.
And you're throwing a McPro Rock 3?
Yeah, I tried to just get it to turn and not really slide. I would throw a Mako there, but the Champion plastic and that edge will just slide a little too long.
Gotcha. And Bobby, you know what he's throwing right here?
Yes, I do.
Is it a jokery?
No, it's a rock.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a Beat Super Rock.
Huh.
So it's one of his older discs.
Gotcha.
I don't know if he has any ghosts to that level yet.
Gotcha. And Michael faded out a little early. That's going to be a scary putt from there.
Yeah.
Pretty long,
but
too.
I haven't seen him lay anything up all weekend. So.
No, yeah. I bet we got a putt run coming.
And that's really short right there. Eagles can pretty much just lay it up from there with that OB.
Yeah.
And he does so.
It'd be pretty crazy to run that one. But Michael, from what looks like 40 feet, something like that?
Yeah, he's well outside the circle. And he just doesn't miss those too often.
He doesn't. The kid buries putts.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see, though.
Yeah, it is. Makes for an entertaining round to watch.
This guy misses putts.
Oh, Paul Macbeth doesn't miss putts? What the hell, dude?
It was factoring in too much of the OB, and Bobby sank it right there, getting
Yeah.
a stroke.
Great putt from him. Yeah, taking
I
your
was fortunate to stay in bounds right there, though.
yeah, just a couple feet, right?
Yeah, yeah, the disc was where it stopped right there.
Mhm.
Just a foot.
Yeah, bet made your comebacker. At least only losing one stroke. Your lead's down to 4, and we're at hole 3. It's 750 feet, but it's quite a bit uphill and plays really long.
Yeah, it's really low ceiling tee shot. You got the Mando right there, so you can't throw a hyzer. They're forcing you to go up the middle and play into those trees. And I think the best shot's a roller on this hole. Roller and try to gain as much distance as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically just get it past those trees and you have an upshot, to the basket.
Yeah. Looks like Bobby's throwing his star sidewinder again, and almost got wing. But,
yeah, that's about as good as you can throw it right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do much more than that.
Yeah. And I believe, yep, Michael right here.
On the roller as well.
Mm-hmm. Pretty similar spot, similar results.
Yeah, curling out a little bit earlier than Bobby's, but still in the open.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, you guys can all reach the pin from there.
Yeah, it's still a pretty good pump. But it's another one of those tricky greens with the OB right around it.
That's true, and it's downhill too. And this is your roller destroyer.
Yeah, that's my star destroyer, probably my most beaten one, and I threw that a lot further than I thought.
That was crushed, dude. That was a ridiculous roller.
I didn't know what to do from there.
Yeah.
Never been up there.
Yeah. And Eagle, you know what he throws rollers with? FDs maybe?
I believe he does throw it with the FD, but I don't think that was his FD.
Okay.
It seemed really fast.
Yeah. And that one faded out or cut over way too soon.
Yeah, he's pretty far right, but he should still be able to reach the basket from there.
Mm-hmm. So looking at Eagle's second shot on this par 4, and that's turned in a little too much.
Yeah, a little bit right. It's safe though. He's got to look from there.
Mm-hmm. Probably about a 40, 45 footer, maybe
yeah,
a little longer.
Somewhere in there.
And Michael, I believe he's throwing his verdict.
Looks like a good line, just a little bit.
A little short?
A little short, yeah.
Yeah. Might have needed to disc up right there. See the basket right there that OB Paul's talking about.
Yeah, it really comes into play on your shot selection here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a few palm trees to navigate through.
And Bobby's looking good until he hit that palm tree.
Palm tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of just got to throw it and just hope you miss them,
Yeah, they're so thin, but just right there in the way.
Mm-hmm. And
here I'm throwing a rock 3, which I really didn't think I could reach it, but that was going to go long if it didn't catch that tree and probably be out of bounds.
Yeah.
So would have been an easy 4, but still, like I said, I was a lot further than I imagined on that hole.
Is that your factory second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, or stamped anyway.
Yeah, it's stamped. Just didn't have a stamp on it, and that happened to be the one that was on the machine.
Yeah.
So nothing with it.
It's a fast rock 3, man.
I noticed that this weekend was the first time I threw it, and it was a lot faster than the rest of my rocks.
Ooh, Michael just barely stays in bounds on his birdie putt.
Yeah, you can tell he didn't really fully run that one, and he almost paid for it.
Yeah, he did. You made a birdie, getting a stroke on the card right here. Michael makes his comebacker for a par. Eagle making a par as well.
This hole actually used to be a par 5 when they used to have the Golden State tournament. And they dropped it to a par 4, so that's definitely a tough birdie.
Oh yeah, I could definitely get a par 5. Your lead is back up to 5. We're on to hole 4, 500 feet. This is like dog legs right, and then it goes way downhill.
Yeah, it's probably 500 feet straight line to the basket, but the fairway play is probably around 7, just close to 7, because you have to go around Mandos and things like that.
And then past that path right there is OB.
Yep, that path itself is OB, and then the lake. I guess the path is in front of the lake over there on the left side.
Mm-hmm. And you're throwing your flippy Star Destroyer?
Yeah, I should have thrown my flippy Star Destroyer. I threw one that was a little bit more overstable and didn't turn it as much as I should have.
Gotcha. Kind of the right line you wanted, just not the turn on it?
Yeah, right line, just wrong disc.
Gotcha.
I should have thrown my flippy. I was too worried about turning it over with that path there.
Okay.
And I knew if I just tightened it out early, it'd be safe.
So it looks like Bobby had similar results.
Yeah, I think that was his cannon. I think that's what he throws.
Oh, yeah.
Longer. longer drives, long
Yeah.
turnovers.
And Michael's probably an enforcer, just because he throws a lot of those.
Yeah, I don't know Michael's bag too well, but he likes it and he's throwing it well.
Yeah, he was. That one also faded a little bit early, but he almost got to the edge of the slope where you can see the basket.
Yeah, he landed by the tee pad. That's the normal hole 9.
Oh yeah.
It should be a pretty straightforward shot from where he's at.
Nice drive from Eagle.
Yeah, that's the line he wanted. We all wanted. I think his just dumped down a little bit too early. And here, this is a pretty difficult shot.
Yeah.
I just had to throw my sidearm straight and know the disc was going to fade towards the basket, and I couldn't see where it landed from where I was.
That was ridiculous.
For the crowd.
And Bobby throws this hyzer shot, and I don't think you can see it finish, but he comes up about 45 feet short, pretty much right on line.
Yeah, I remember him just taking a really big skip, which is surprising for that far of a throw.
And it looks like Eagle got his metal flick max, I want to say.
Yeah, he just cranks this thing over. It's so overstable.
Yeah, it's nuts. Gets a crazy good skip, and then
I think it's a friendly roll too.
This thing is just going.
It's
right to the basket.
And it's going towards the basket. Wow.
Didn't see that one, did you, while you were playing?
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty cool to see how that worked out for him. And Michael just taking a backhand at it, but kind of came out early.
Yeah. He didn't look like he trusted that shot too much. Like force it.
Yeah, you're right. And Bobby going downhill about 45.
Wow.
Bang, bang. Huge putt from Bobby.
His form is so smooth.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I've always admired that watching him out there in SoCal.
Yeah, his putt and his drive. Super silky.
Oh.
An air ball from Michael. It's like the first one I've seen of those.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. And you're coming back up the hill for your bird.
That sun was bright, too.
It was, wasn't it?
Late November, it was bright.
Yeah. We got some quality light later in the day, but starting off around noon, it was hot and bright out there. Eagle makes his birdie. Michael comes back down the hill for his par. And that's all that for hole 4. Your lead, 5 still over Bobby, and we are on to hole 5. And this is another just normal hole for the front.
Yeah, this is one of the regular holes. It says 260, but I believe it's probably plays about 340.
With the uphill?
Yeah, because I'm throwing a rock, and I'm throwing it pretty hard. I'm throwing the McPro Rock 3, and it's a good rip. I mean, 80, almost 90% power, so it just shows the distance on that hole.
Perfect line, Paul.
Yeah, it got those tree roots, give it a little pass, but I mean, it's in the circle.
And shout out to your caddy who went over and protected that lady and the baby in case there was an errant shot.
John Torres.
Yeah.
He's met him in Huntington. I played baseball and disc golf with him growing up, and then he moved to Vegas, so he's out there at Vegas a lot.
Yeah, he was wearing a sweatshirt on this day when it was like 85 degrees out. I was like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Oh, yeah, great kid.
Yeah.
Forgot a collared shirt, and he's like, I need something disc golf related. So.
But 4 really nice drives. Looking at Eagle for birdie. He claims he can throw 600, Paul.
He throws far.
Yeah?
He throws really far.
Nice.
Yeah. He's a baseball, he's a closer, I think, so he's got that cannon.
Nice, man. Bobby, I don't know how that one went in, Paul.
Yeah, he snuck that one in for sure.
He got like one chain. He knew it, too. He's like, oh, man.
But all of us tapping in for birdie. All of us inside the circle, which is good with those 2 guardian trees right there. It's tough to get that close.
Oh, yeah, you guys made that hole look way easier than it is. And we're on to hole 6, 660. It's a dogleg left, and there's kind of like 2 options. You can either like lay up on the top shelf or try to drive it all the way to the bottom and then approach the basket from there.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think, more often than not, try to lay it up on top and curl it, so they have a little tunnel shot towards the basket downhill. I really just throw it straight and try to throw it to the bottom and let my disc just fade to the left towards the hole.
Yeah, so you got over all these trees, and you're almost at the bottom of the hill, right?
Yeah. Actually, I think I am at the bottom.
Nice.
I was very close to it.
And Bobby's taking the shorter dog leg and kind of just laying up for this tunnel shot you were talking about.
Yeah, that looks like the putter he's been throwing, and I mean that's absolutely perfect if you're going for that gap up there.
Yeah, you can't place that any better. And
Eagle's going. Looks like he's aiming a little bit higher than what
yeah,
Bobby just went for.
yeah.
Or a lot higher.
Whoa, he pumped it way up there and clipped that
That's
tree. Uh,
That's about the worst thing you can do on that hole with
I was
that.
gonna say that's a terrible spot right there. And Michael,
Oh wow, right through it.
yeah, doing some tree trimming, but still worked out for him. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, no, that's a great spot. It worked out.
So,
He did make it past the mandatory though.
oh yeah, you're right, huh? But this is a ridiculous looking shot right here from Eagle. And he hit his line ball.
Yeah, if it lands by that white tree down there, that's where the basket is. So.
Great recovery.
Yeah, you should have a look for birdie still.
And Bobby's didn't go quite as far as he needed to go.
No, that was a good putter or mid.
Yeah, I think he threw a
Which is
joke.
surprising from that distance.
Yeah. And Michael is again throwing his verdict on an Annie, and that one got a little too much on there. Some late fade.
Oh, it stayed in bounds though.
Yep, and you can see Eagle's disc right there.
That's a good shot there.
Yeah, and you're throwing that factory second rock 3 again?
Yeah, I learned it. Throw it a little softer, the disc is going to fly.
It's working. Oh, even getting the roll.
Right into the circle.
In the circle, in the circle. Yeah, buddy. And we got Michael for bird outside the circle.
Yeah, but looks like he's got a line at it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Huh.
Very close.
Yeah. And Eagle from just about 5 feet closer.
Nice.
That's a nice putt from
Great
Eagle.
three. A great three from where he was.
Yeah, it really was. After that drive, really incredible. And this is a scary putt from Bobby.
Yeah. You can't tell, but that's severe. He laid it up for a reason.
Yeah, it's super sloped. And Michael makes his par, and they eventually let you tap in here. Nice birdie, sir. And Bobby making his par. No shame in that.
No.
I bet your lead is up to 6 after getting a stroke on Bobby. And we're on hole 7, 835. Mandos everywhere.
Yeah,
it's a long one.
This hole on the regular course is really tough.
Yeah.
And then they just decided to combine it and make it even harder.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The basket's on a sloped hill up at the top of a hill, which makes parking it pretty tough. And you're throwing in a T-bird?
Yeah, it's a Metal Flake T-Bird 3.
Huh.
Yeah, basically, the shot on this hole, throw it at that basket. Play like you are the regular hole, and then just shoot over to the right from there.
Hey, you almost got too close.
Yeah, I thought I was under that basket.
Yeah. Eagle getting a little reverse skip. That'll play.
Same thing. He's pretty close
Mm-hmm.
to that basket as well.
Yeah. And Bobby? Throwing a hyzer flip up the middle. This drive is so intimidating with the low ceiling double mando. You see a lot of shanks.
Oh yeah, if you clip any trees on that hole, it's either in the road or in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very intimidating. Oh, he turned that over quick.
Yeah, he did. It actually kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, he was fortunate to stay in bounds.
Mm-hmm. So Bobby's got his cannon again, and the basket's in front of that building through the trees.
Yeah, it's way right.
Yeah, it's really far. This is a hell of a pump for a second shot.
Yeah, and then there's a mandatory tree. That second white tree right there. You have to go to the left of that. And that's cutting off a lot of room.
And Michael throwing a big Annie.
I believe he got that. Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm,
That's a great spot. You might even have a jump put at it.
Yeah, I think he's about like 60, 70 out. Oh, and this is Eagle told me this is the Windhawk right here.
Windhawk.
The Windhawk. It's with his Metal Flake Max, and he's throwing it on just a crazy Annie. He told Simon he couldn't be the only one with a cool hawk name.
Oh, the Simon Hawk.
The Simon Hawk. Battle of the Airs. If you haven't watched it, watch it. One of the best disc golf videos ever.
Yeah, from what I hear.
Yeah. So Eagle came up a little short, and you're throwing a Stardust Destroyer on a big Annie line, but that's fading early, huh?
Yeah, that time I chose the right disc, missed my line.
Too high?
Yeah, too high, not enough turned. But I threw it short enough to where it was very safe. and did not flirt with any out of bounds.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, just had the up and down with the Nova from there.
Mm-hmm. Man, I remember when you threw the Nova in your bag, people were like, "Oh, he's just throwing it in there to sell discs." But like every single time you throw it, it's within 5 feet of the basket. Like, right?
Yeah, I mean it's one of those ones where it's like kind of form check.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not throwing that disc well, then I got something going wrong because it tells me if I have any mistakes. Ooh, that was a great run for Eagle.
It was. He told me he was laying up too. Again. But
It was a layup by Eagle.
yeah, Eagle didn't want to run that one. It's a scary green. It's really sloped. You can roll for a way.
Any missed putt is rolling down to the bottom of that hill. This is probably the most severe hill on the course that we play.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's a small roll. It's going to about 70 feet away.
Yeah, you're taking a couple strokes to get it in from there. But every card a birdie on that one. Your lead's still 6. And we're on to hole 8. And this one says 360, but they moved the pin, so it's 595, 600-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a definitely long drive. And then you can see the water right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest, the path and then the water right there. You don't want to lose a disc. That's probably the hardest part to turn a disc over on this hole.
Mm-hmm.
Trust it.
And my buddy Derek looked up the elevation, said it goes down 15, 20 feet. But that's about it. And that was a ridiculous ball.
Yeah, I was definitely proud of that shot. Just mostly keeping it in line with the basket and not turning it over. It's too easy to want to throw it to the basket, but you kind of have to play it short of the basket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say it was far and it was perfectly on line. Like,
yeah, Eagle threw his usually where people throw their drives very safe and then give a little soft run at it. Bobby's probably doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I think this is his outlaw or sidewinder, maybe even.
Yeah, he's turned over real hard.
Yeah, it sure did. And it thought about coming back in, but didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
Michael's got an enforcer. And he's ripping it out right at wing.
He got that shot good.
Yeah, he did. Great filming.
Way up there to the left, just play it safe.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty easy up and down, though.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to go for too much on this hole.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little hyzer from where he's at.
Yeah, perfect up. And it's going to be Bobby's third shot after an OB stroke. Should be able to get up and down for his par. Woo.
In.
Yeah, just need a little more on that. It was going in.
Yeah. Eagle's probably about 85, 90, somewhere around there.
Looks like a half go right here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you almost got it.
How far out are you?
Probably about 60.
For Eagle.
Just snuck it that one in.
Ridiculous. You gave it the little extra lean there at the end.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. It's too bright.
Yeah.
Too bad to tell if it was fully in or not.
That was ridiculous, man. I feel like I film you getting an eagle pretty much every time out. I don't know.
Yeah, Worlds.
Yeah.
A few of them here and there.
Yeah, Beaver State. I need to make a Paul Macbeth eagle reel.
Oh, that's right. There was 2 Eagles this year at Beaver State.
Yeah.
Back.
Yep.
Those were big.
Those were the final round. That was clutch. So we're on to hole 9, guys. 360, par 3. This one's downhill, and then OB is that trench and right of it.
Yeah, this is just a regular hole. Now we're done with the front 8. Now we're heading to the back 10. And that is not what you want to do. That's too wide.
And fortunate you landed in bounds at least before you kicked OB.
Yeah, I couldn't really fully tell that from the tee pad, but I was closer than it looked from where we were.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it got in bounds or not, but you made the right call.
Playing it textbook right there.
Yeah, even getting a little extra roll at it. And Michael, I'm sure this is an enforcer. And is that a little high?
Yeah, it looks a little high and short.
Yeah, and he catches that last tree, which I didn't expect from you guys.
No, he probably saw my shot and went off that. Bobby is a little lower, more line drive at the basket.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Sorry.
Wow. Nice work from him. And this will be Michael's second shot. Just laying up for his par in the circle.
Be tapping from there.
And this is you trying to save a par after the OB stroke.
Yeah, got my meter. We found the mark on the ground, and
Oh, nice.
I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 There's that. Even Paul Macbeth gets a bogey once in a while. Was that your first one in the tournament?
First of the tournament.
Uh,
It was a bad drive followed by a bad putt. So.
yeah. At least you got an eagle right before it. You know, so there's that at least, right?
Yeah, just handed that eagle away.
Yeah.
Back.
So your lead.